Hello. We're finally here. It's been over a year since I last streamed. I think, anyway. It is a terrible Metroid game. The stream, hell yeah. Welcome. Yeah, so I can't stay away from Metroid Dread. This game is too good. Right. Now, the question is, what difficulty would I even play? And let me know for volumes and stuff like that. If I'm too quiet, the game or anything like that is too loud. Speaking of which, let's actually get to the game. I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. I've recovered from a fair bit. How can I... No, I don't want that there. Now that'll do, it's fine. Right, so let me pull the game up. Or at least my menu. Now, I'm not recording like from the software itself, because I don't actually know how to do the live shit. There we go. Alright, and this is just like way easier to set up. Let me move my stuff. How's the hearing? It's all good now. I had it actually was just AOX, as gross as that is. It was the most surreal sensation to have it all cleared out. Let's get into the game. Yeah, I had that done. Oh, I can't remember now. But when I had it done, Jesus, it was surreal. And again, let me know about a volume, because I can't entirely tell how it's like for you. Am I going to play in Dread mode? That can be for you to decide. Yeah, they just flashed it, and that just fixed everything. Like, I've never felt anything like that, and the only way I could describe how it felt, at least on the left side, is because like the blockages were different on both sides, but the left one, that was done first, and the only way I can describe it is, I can't tell if you've seen like a gif of it, but the clip of you know, like film strips, that burning away and opening up how that looks is how that felt. I can't describe it any other way. I've never known anything like it. I don't want to do it again, but... And not because of the procedure, but I just don't want to be deaf again. Dread is really good. It really is. Like, I've had a complicated history with the 2D games, and I think I said this in the Dread mode video. I just don't really replay the others as often as I do with Dread. Just because Dread is just so much better. It just feels so much better to play. Sound is good so far. Okay. So, in that case then, what game mode should we do? Should we do Dread mode, normal, should we even do hard? And we're not doing rookie. Yeah, like when I was deaf, that's kind of how it sounded. Like you just have like water in your ear, but you felt it and it wouldn't go away no matter what you did. But then when it all started to clear out, it felt like how it looks for film grain to burn away. Like just slowly open up and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't fancy going deaf again. It's... the weird thing is, though, like, I live in a crowded house with, like, kids and stuff like that. I'm home alone at the minute, so that's why I'm able to stream. But a slight bit... a thing I slightly took for granted was that I couldn't hear all the noise in the house as much. So it was like, it was easier to get to sleep. I didn't startle as easily waking up, but now I do. So it's like, ugh, it's win, lose, lose sort of thing. But yeah, I'm doing good now. Like, I'd rather be of hearing. Normal mode? Okay. Yeah, because the... Yeah, it's been a year, and I haven't beaten Dread mode yet. I've beaten normal mode dozens of times, hard mode a couple times. Well, more than that, but... In fact, I just beat it again. Like, just yesterday. But Dread mode, I haven't beaten. You know, issues in left ear. Yeah, like... I definitely recommend seeing someone, like... Or... Yeah, I don't know where you're from, but I'd suggest seeing someone to... either start clearing it out and stuff like that. And yeah, it's because my brother he had yeah, he had and I think still has ear problems, like because of wax, and then like a couple years later it cleared out, but I couldn't do that. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh shit. So I think that's probably the lowest I've been in a long while. But that's behind me now. And it does sound like underwater. That's a good way to put it. But there's no like bubbling or anything like that. We've played other Metroidvanias. I've played Ori, as you say. Like, I love that game. we'll go with Dread mode just so we actually get something going. I played Ori. I really loved that game. I want to play the sequel. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's not Will o' the Wisps, is it? I think that's something completely different. I can't remember. Wow, what was it called? I cannot remember. I probably just like mentioned a Sonic thing or something. Hollow Knight. I don't know about Hollow Knight. I started it and just couldn't keep going. I don't know why. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. Hopefully I get further in this run than I do with the Dread video. The Dread mode videos, sorry. Oh yeah, America then, yeah, it's just money-wise. I had to pay for my the e-removal thing as well. But because it was both years and you get a discount if it's both, it was kind of worth it, especially because I get my hearing back. And I'm just gonna skip this. We've all seen the story, unless you want me to have it play out. Oh hell yeah. Just make sure you don't get caught in work, because there's a lot of places that don't like streaming or even people having fun. Which is weird. So how are you supposed to keep morale up if you can't do anything? Oh yeah, like, they're horrible on the ears, but they go away, especially if you keep the area clean. Okay, Will o' the Wisps, okay. Yeah, I do want to play that. I played Blind Forest, and my god, like, that was beautiful. It was a bit short, and it did get a bit frustrating, but it was really good. So when it comes to Metroidvanias, Metroid is kind of the only one I play. I haven't replayed Ori. Work from home? Hell yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I'll give Hollow Knight a go again. So I really should. Really, I should play more games in general. So I'm like, look at me, I'm playing Dread for like the 30th time. Will o' Wisps is better? Okay. Like in the control department or in general, music, stuff like that? Oh, and let me know if, like, keep updating me on, like, volume, if anything gets too loud, if I'm too loud, stuff like that. Yeah, I never really play other Metroidvanias. I haven't even played Castlevania. But I really should, and I do want to, especially because lately I really like religious imagery. That's why I want to play Ultra Kill, because one of my friends says it has religious imagery and it's like hyper intensive, like FPS, and I love Doom Eternal, so, and I hear it's compared to that a lot. No, I like the visuals of Hollow Knight. It's just like, I don't know, there's something that just doesn't really click. I think it might be because the more melee focused combat. I think I got to a water city, I think. I can't remember. It's been a little while. Actually, I'll keep cutscenes playing so it gives me a chance to drink my tea. I have so many games like on my backlog. Like, I've only slightly started to go through it. Like, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, the one and only, that was on there like for a little bit. Then it went on sale. I played it, and I wish I just played it right off the bat because my god, it's so good. Yeah, there's Bayonetta as well. I just bought that because it was on sale on Steam. God, what else is there? There's the Resident Evil games I really need to play. I need to play Mario Odyssey again. Because I won't skip. I played that when it first came out, and I don't really remember much of it. Which kind of sucks, not gonna lie, because I still remember Mario Sunshine 64 so well. Actually, I'll skip these parts because it's talking. It'll just overlap with me. I've actually never heard of... No, I think I've heard of Wonder Labyrinth, actually, now that you see it. I haven't heard of the other two. Yeah, that's the point. Like, mentioned marathoning. It's like the other 2D Metroid games I kind of only play when it's a marathon. But Dread, I've actually lost count how many times I've played it. But this is around 30. Prime games I play every so often in general. Like, that's not a marathon thing. Prime games are what got me into Metroid, so... I should probably save, because it is Dread mode. I do keep forgetting that. Oh, I love Samus Returns. Like, it's stiff, and it's definitely like the learning period for Mercury's theme. Like, just so they know what they're doing for Dread. I think that's entirely what the purpose was. See, I think I had a bit of a different experience to everyone else, because I played it on release day. I had it quite early in the day. I had the collector's edition, I had proper stereo headphones, and I played it the entire day until I'd beaten it and 100%ed it. I think I played it for about 15 hours in total that day. And it was euphoric. I also played it with the 3D mode at times. That's one of the few games that really took advantage of 3D. And I don't think I've ever described as many games as beautiful and surreal. And like, I mean actually surreal. I don't mean like I'm just saying it for catchy cool phrases. Like, it actually kind of transcends when you have the 3D and headphones on at the same time. And I mean like proper headphones. So like the atmosphere in Samus Returns, I think, is one of the best in it. I think it has the best atmosphere in the entire series, bar maybe the Prime games. Even then, I can't say that too confidently. Oh yeah, it's this part. I keep forgetting about this part for some reason. Yeah, I really enjoyed Samus Returns. Like, I didn't like the part between the Queen and you-know-who, but at that point, like, with you-know-who, I don't know why I'm saying you-know-who. It's like, it's been 5 years since Samus Returns came out, which is Jesus, that's wild to think about. Right, I'm not gonna die to you this time. There we go. See, I died to him last time, and yeah, caught me off guard. So I'm officially further than I was before. Yeah, Samus Returns, like, it's definitely, I guess, a growing pain. Because it's, like, it was needed for Mercury's team to really get the mechanics down so they could learn for Dread. And thank God, because this is one of the, I think it is probably one of the best playing Metroid games in the entire franchise. Whew. Anytime you hear that alarm, it's, oof. Right, where are you? Yeah, I don't want to lose to this guy again. Yeah, enough about Samus Returns. Like, I was shocked that Dread was as good as it was. Mostly because I've never really been a fan of the 2D games. I want to say I'm not a fan. It's like, they're still really, really good and I like them. But Prime was my thing. Like, I just don't think any game can really compete with Prime. And when I say Prime, I should say like the Prime trilogy, because they're a package. They have to be. And it's funny to talk about Prime because it's the first Metroid Prime that is like the most traditional Metroid game, even though a lot of people argue it isn't. Like, just because it's not 2D, but I think it is the best execution of the Metroid formula. And in the 2D realm, I think it's Dread. I know so many people say Super, but as maybe some of you know, I have a few weird feelings to Super. There's actually quite a few people here, like, quite pleasantly surprised. Like, to the point I can't even entirely keep up with chat. Oh, he's right behind me as well. Yeah, like, for me, it's difficult, because like, Prime is the best traditional Metroid game, I'd say. But I'd say the best game in the Metroid franchise is Echoes. Because of what it does differently. And Samus's design, like, holy shit, that is... Well, I'll get to that later, but in the suit review series. Oh, this is the legendary room. I always love this part of the game. It's just that looks so cool. Ah, there it is. There's the first death. Ah. God damn it. I got way further than I did in the Dread mode video, though. Wait, let me have some tea. And take a sec to read chat. No, let me go up, actually, because there's a few. Yeah, Samus Returns walked so Dread could run. That's a good way of putting it. Oh, I've been playing a bit of Splatoon 3 recently, actually. Like, my friend got it for me, and I've been playing it with them and friends in general. It's really fun with friends. And I've played the campaign, like, I think halfway through. Really good, really good. I didn't play Splatoon 1 or 2 either, and so it's unique, I'll give it that. But it is really good. The remake of the first Splatoon theme, I think Splatack, that's not left my head. Oh, Pokemon, yeah. Like, they could have done so much with the Dexit thing. Because if they'd made a game alongside it where, okay, this is where all your Pokemon are stored and you can battle with them on this game, that would have been fine. And that game gets updated with every generation, and then with that generation moving forward, you could either keep some or none of the older Pokemon. So then you have more creative freedom. But I hated Dexit at first, but I grew up to not really mind. Not grew up. But... Least favorite Metroid. Including the other two I'm going to. And it's neither of them. I think if anyone knows about me, you know what my least favorite Metroid is. I don't even count it as a Metroid game. And I think I speak for most people. I play Dread like I play Prime 1. That's an interesting way to put it. How so? I'm curious. Yeah, this is Dread mode. Yeah, I'm having to go quite far back. You guys are insane. I'm drinking my entire cup of tea now. I think the visuals were pretty good for a 3DS game. That's probably what you mean as well. But... oh, I hate the Metroids that run away. They're so annoying. Okay, that's a cool birthday gift though. That's a keeper, that is. Yeah, the melee was stiff, but the lessons learned from... like, that's the point of, like, Samus Returns to me. It's supposed to be the learning part. It's the concept, and then Dread is the finished product. Oh, pardon me. Oh, congrats. Good luck on the daughter. Oh, so, that's the thing with Samus Returns as well. It brought a lot of people back, especially after you know the game. Let me see. I don't think we'll get Samus Returns HD, but it would be cool. Yeah, to be honest, Dread isn't a game to beat once. It's definitely the game to replay at least twice, and I say replay intentionally. You have to replay it twice to get the fullest out of it, I think. But I think that's a thing with most Metroid games. Whoa, that was lucky. Oh, I don't think Ridley was a shoehorn at all. So I'm surprised that people say that. And I guess it's partly because I have a slight headcanon. Ah, the same one? Really? God damn it. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't think he was a shoehorn at all. Like, he's amazing in Prime. His music, oh my God. I think Ridley in Samus Returns was the best fight in the 2D games, even including Dread. Like, Ravenbeak is good, but he's not a candle to Ridley. And the music is a big part of it. Like, Ravenbeak's theme is good, but 3 Ridley themes in one battle? One that's, like, directly inspired... Damn it. Hey guys, I've played this game 30 times and I'm dying to the most simplest of enemies. I can't believe this. Right. Let me focus on this next part, because I don't want to die to that again. Okay, I'm so glad that those kill. Okay, we've made it to the next room. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like 3 Ridley themes in one battle, it's too awesome to pass up. Let me see. See, like, I'm weird because the more I play Super, the more I like it and hate it, because it breaks the rules of future games, and that's not its fault. So I guess it's a product of its time, but I guess I'm so used to the rules of the later games that, like, yes, Super Metroid's consistent with itself, but since then it's not. It's hard to describe because it's definitely for accessibility and stuff like that. But there are times where items are literally impossible to know if they're there or not. Like, there's times where items would be 5 tiles apart in the same room and there's no indicator. And there'd be items in parts of the level where there's not even enemies to shoot to give you an idea of where something is. Like Dread does. It's bizarre. So I still respect Super though. And I want to make that incredibly clear. Super was a very important part to both Metroid and gaming in general. I'm going the wrong way once again. I did this last time as well. How did I forget where I was going? Oh, it's that room. I'm literally just supposed to follow the line, and I don't know how I, like, left it. Yeah, I do think Prime is the gold standard, and I'm glad Prime 4, like, based on what Reggie says, is going that direction of Prime and Prime 2, which has me excited. Yeah, 2D games in general aren't my thing. It's an interesting story with that. Like, and I think I mentioned this in the Dread video, the Dread mode video. Like, I'm a massive Sonic fan, but I didn't like the 2D ones at first. In fact, I hated them. But then I played Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2, and then my fate was sealed. And naturally, I feel Adventure 2 is the best Sonic game. But for various reasons, it's not just, oh, that's the thing I grew up with. Okay, the EMMI in this mode, they're not even a worry. Let me see chat. I'd really suggest playing the Prime series. Oh, you don't usually come down there. You're supposed to go through the doorway. You little cheeky. He was a little bit. He's a bit fishy. Oh, I don't have a Wii U. May I suggest? I'm not going to suggest. Yeah, like, that's one of the main reasons I want Nintendo to re-release the Prime trilogy. I'm way up in the chat, by the way. Like, I'm let me take this minute to read everything. So I want Nintendo to re-release the Prime trilogy, just for accessibility reasons. I don't have a problem with it. I would buy it again anyway. Grew up with Super. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, Super did a lot for people. And it did a lot for Prime, and I think Prime's the best in the franchise. For Metroid, I think Echoes is the best. To emulate the Prime series. Yeah, to be honest, I play emulated as well. Like now, especially with Prime Hack. Peripherals absolutely colossal boots to fill. It does. But if there's anyone that could do it, it's Retro. It doesn't matter about the staff changes or anything like that. It hasn't been cancelled again. And that's proof enough. And we've seen concept art. People like to forget. We've seen concept art. It's... Like, how do people forget we've seen concept art for this game? Let me see. I need to play Twilight Princess. I'm a massive Zelda fan now as well, thanks to Breath of the Wild. I've played Ocarina, I've started Majora's Mask, I've started Skyward Sword as well. I need to play through Twilight Princess. Speculation of Prime 4. Right, I'm going to save that for a little later. But it's not in development hell. I'm going to say that right now. Yeah, like a Stadium or Battle Revolution type of game would have been fine to me personally. Or Pokemon Box or something. And then you just use that as a battling game instead. For, like, yeah, for battling. And you can trade it back and forth and stuff like that. Given it's a valid game. Yeah, I'd say Prime 1 is my most replayed alongside Dread. Yeah, Other M doesn't count. Unless you play Maximum Edition, which you absolutely should. That's the only way to play Other M, in my opinion. Yeah, Dread is definitely a game to replay. I'm getting through the messages now. Yeah, like Dread got a lot right with the cinematic stuff. That so many people, like especially Other M fans, they're like, "Oh, it's only good because Other M started it," and it's like, no, it's good because this did it right. It's like, yeah, Other M introduced the concept, and it was cool then, but there's still Other M to consider. So that doesn't make Other M good just because it introduced these things. I know I feel like I'm probably subtweeting someone in particular, especially a big Metroid personality, but it's not intentional. I've seen so many people say it. Like, and to be fair, this part is what the guy said. Just because Other M introduced energy parts, and Dread uses them as well, that doesn't make Other M good. That's such a silly thing to say. And no offense to that personality or like YouTuber, like I watch him all the time. But the Other M stances are a bit silly. Rip Corona. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised they're still going on. There's so many people like, it's alright now. Oh, AM2R. Mwah. I think that was the best 2D game until Dread came around. It's still phenomenal, don't get me wrong. The music is a major component from it for me, which is the part Dread lacks. 219 times, Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm going to have that by the end. I died like 36 times, I think, on my first run. Like, and I hadn't completed it yet. One death. What the fuck? It's going good. We're doing all right. Okay, I've slightly caught up. Prime's gold standard. Prime hack, yes, absolutely the best way. I've never played a ROM hack for any game. Now that you mention it, sequence. Yeah, so many people say Dread is so linear and handholdy. It's not. I could have, like, in the previous hard mode. I hate this bit. This, like, the blinding part. I skipped Kraid and Experiment. And Experiment I did by accident. But it makes total sense how I did, but it was an accident. I could have beaten the game without facing either of them. So anyone that says, like, the game is, like... Okay, it's a little linear, but it's not handholdy. And, like, anyone that says that, they're just wrong. It's like, it's an objective fallacy that it's, like... The game isn't handholdy. It's so bizarre. Right, I'm gonna save. Oh, and the stuff that Torvus does, if you guys follow Torvus on Twitter, you absolutely should. I can't remember the rest of the part, but if you go through, like, my follower list or mentions, you'll see Torvus somewhere. And it's just absolutely crazy what they do. No, I'm actually gonna fight Corpius first. I'll get that upgrade later, like after him. See, like, okay, this is a point of no return, but I could go and get this if I wanted to, and I do want that. But there's a few things around that I would need this for. So it's just easier to get this done and out of the way. Yeah, I managed to get Screw Attack before Gravity Suit as well. It was so bizarre to see. Like, the door down to Artaria from Verenia, that wouldn't open because I didn't open it from the other side first. It's so bizarre. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is my favorite Zelda game. And it helps because it's like, that's the one that introduced me to the franchise, really. I'd always tried... Okay. I'd always tried to play Zelda, but there was just something that wouldn't click until Breath of the Wild. And then I went back, played Ocarina of Time, absolutely loved it. Link's Awakening, absolutely loved that. I cry at that game. The same with Ocarina of Time now. I need to play through Majora's Mask. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe. Yeah, I have so many games that I need to play, like, especially Zelda. Like, I call myself a major Zelda fan. I haven't even played Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess yet. But I guess to most people, if you don't play Ocarina, then you're not a Zelda fan. Which is a bit silly. Yeah, right, the Wii U is very underrated. It does a lot. It's like the Metroid console. Because it has Prime, it has Fusion, it has Zero Mission. Like, and Zero Mission hasn't been re-released, like, at all. Like, other than the Wii U. Like, the Fusion was on the 3DS for the Ambassadors program, I think. And that's the only way you could get it, and you couldn't get it after. Let me see. Yeah, right. Other M, it could have been so much better. Like, and I'll keep saying it. It has great ideas. Like, the idea that of it being a cinematic game isn't the bad part. I would love a cinematic Metroid game. It's just the story that came along with the cinematic part. It was absolutely dreadful. And because the story is the main component of the game, therefore you kind of have to judge the entire game based off that. So just because the gameplay is, like, has potential, doesn't mean the game is good. Because the game is a story game, primarily. I really wanted to like Other M. I wish it was good. but it's just not. Unless it's Maximum Edition. And on PC. Or Control, whatever you want to use. Like, Other M with, like, okay, vanilla Other M with a proper controller isn't too bad. Gameplay-wise, there's still the story, which makes it an absolutely miserable experience. Yeah, linear for first time round. For Dread now, it's linear for the first time round and new people, which is absolutely important. And I think that's why Dread is like the best-selling Metroid game, because it's quite accessible while catering to older fans. And that's important for a new entry 20 years later. Let me see. I can't go back there. Yeah, and I can't go through here because there's a fire plant mushroom thing for some reason. Yeah, I'll give Super Redux a go, or whatever. Is that the one that gives it zero mission controls? Because the controls of Super have aged like grandma. Thank you, Noodle, for that line. Yeah, like, the first time around when I played Dread, I had 49% completion. And naturally, I got my arse whooped by, like, Ravenbeak. So, like, yeah, I deserve to be absolutely curb stomped. God damn it. I swear that missile goes through that sometimes. Tulvasbol, I was just talking about you. That's funny. My god. And of course, like, when you come in, I die. How am I finding Majora? Like, I think I've only played the first hour? First hour or two? It's so depressing already. And I do want to play through more. I really do. A big part of it is young Link. He's just so adorable. Like, he's just a little guy. I should have a death counter. Hang on. 1 second. Hang on. Yeah, let me put a death counter up. Let me add some flair. Right, how does the overall game look? Right, okay. Let me... Right, yeah, we're gonna take a pause for a sec. Because I can't have something as simple as a normal death, like, counter. It can't be text. I have to stylize it somehow. Let me see. Okay. Let me go through my image folder. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. Hang on, hang on. I just remembered a picture I made. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Don't tell me I deleted it. Jesus, where is it? I have it somewhere. Sorry about this. I thought it would be a lot easier to find. Where is it? I'm trying to find a picture I did in Gary's mod. I think a couple of you may already know what one I'm on about. I can't see chat at the second either. There it is. It was right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I am streaming with OBS. It's I'm screen recording the playback of game capture. Okay. Right, so how many deaths are we on? Are we on 4 or 5? Let me just get... Oh, will this use... There it is. Should it... What? No, I'll use, that. Okay, we're on 5 deaths, okay. Nope, that's a 6. Right. Bear with me. Put that there. Wait. There we go. There we go. Now we're sorted. There we go. Is that center? I can't quite tell. There we go. Should that be there or should it be in the corner? I don't think that's quite center either. I think that'll do, just for now. Did these kill? I don't want to find out. Actually, let me move the... There. There we go. That's perfect. Now we're cooking. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. That's really good. I like that. And I can change it on the fly. Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay. Let me see. Jeez, you guys. Bloody hell. How many viewers are we at? 11. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let me see. I went in tune with that. That's actually... That's okay. You guys went crazy, Jesus. I'm glad you like it. I'm screen recording because I can hear the game then, because I'm hearing it through my headphones. I play games through headphones. I can't stand it without. I can use the game input as a camera input. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Thoughts on Halo franchise? I love Halo. I do. It's up there with Metroid to me. funny story with Halo. Yeah, it does kill you. Oh, it does kill you. There we go. Alright, goodbye, E-Dunk. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I love Halo. And funny thing with Halo, I started the franchise. God damn it. My first Halo game was Halo Wars. Like, near enough when it released. And that's when I got my first Xbox 360. That was kind of my first console outside of Nintendo. Like, yeah, I had a PlayStation, but I didn't play it as much as I then played the 360. Like, from that point on. I nearly made the same mistake, which is a very prominent thing for me to do. Yeah, Halo Wars was my first Halo game. It wasn't the first person ones, and then after that it was Halo 3, then Reach. That's when my love for Halo really started to shine. Let me go up. Let me see. Oh yeah, we quickly went up in deaths. The Varia Hell Run. Oh god, yeah, that one got me a few times. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, the escape section in Altaria, that got me a lot when I first did Dread mode. It's the fire jets that really get me. Is that what they're called? Are they called Orclast? Oh, goddammit, I forgot about that bit. Oh, the Gearbox Halo CE. Oh, the tales. I'm glad they're fixing that on MCC, though. I don't know how I didn't see that. Yeah, like Halo 5, I still say that's probably the worst Halo game. Even though, like, Infinite is kind of shitting the bed at the minute. Like, the campaign for Infinite is great, and that's the part I play Halo for. Like, even if the performance was a bit shady, but that was on my old computer. Oh, I'm going down here. Yeah, the performance was, like, spotty and stuff. But, again, I was on an outdated PC that shouldn't have even been able to run it. Whoa. Okay, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Yeah, like, Halo Infinite's online is just eh. Like, I want it to be, like, so good, but it's just not. See, yeah, I don't like the open world part of Infinite, and like that's my main problem with it. But the linear levels, like the more Halo-y levels, oh my god. Foundations, when that came on, like the song for it, I actually cried a bit. Like, it's just beautiful. MC wins because he's solely a guy. Come on, man. Like, we both know that's not how it works. Like, I'd hate to say it, especially to like Halo fans, Samus would absolutely ruin Chief, especially if we're talking at full power. Like, Samus, like, I think if she was released today, she would be considered a Mary Sue, which is a little annoying because she's not. And I have seen people, like, seriously say she is, and, like, bro. Like, she just isn't. So I don't understand how people can even remotely make that argument. Oh, those things really get to me as well. They're so annoying. Yeah, the levels in Halo Infinite are amazing. And those parts ran beautifully. Because it didn't have to generate an entire multiverse. Well, I'm sick of open world games. I don't want Metroid to go that route. Mostly because the performance side of it isn't even there yet. Like, especially for Switch. Like, Breath of the Wild is a miracle. And I think most of the development time was just, like, refining it and optimizing it. That's the word. Just to ensure... And it was built on Wii U at first, so there's the whole, like, aspect of it. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know why I do it. Every time I walk through that part with invisibility. Let me see. Yeah, I get what you mean with the environments for Dread, but I don't know. I quite like it. Like, I do get the whole, like, it's just a lab over and over in a way. It's not entirely the case, but I do get what the sentiment comes from. My phone. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, the EMMI zones I'm not a fan of because they're just as is presented. That nothing really special happens with them apart from water segments. Yeah, like Samus, she stomps everyone. Bird DNA, son or daughter. Now, Doom Guy is an interesting one because if Samus has the Plasma and Wave Beam, that's when I think she gets him. But I don't remember how Doom Guy's armor works. Because I think it stops projectiles, like energy projectiles, but I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I'm excited for Prime 4. Like, I want them to take as much time as possible, but and the fact that we've seen concept art, it that just shows me that there's something there. They have something. And the fact that Silex's shadow is in the picture, that fills me with so much hope. Right. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to the toilet. Right. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah, I use a hotkey to mute. Right, let me see. Yeah, I do think about the Fusion remake at times. And like what it could have been. Right. How am I doing in terms of performance? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, internet is swimming right now. Okay. Yeah, I think he's practically immortal, but I don't know. Yeah, too angry to die, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, a point to make on the EMMI, like, about mid-game, like, they're just not a threat anymore. Like, and they're more of a nuisance. Like, mid and, like, late game, they're just not a threat. So, like, with the EMMI zones not being too particularly, like, interesting or spicy, what if, like, halfway through, like, I don't know, which one? Maybe the fourth or fifth EMMI, there's a power outage. And so the doors to the EMMI zone and like the perimeter in general, it's off. So the EMMI itself has no bounds. So it could go in the entire map. So you basically have an homage to the SAX where it's hunting you the entire time.
Uploading data.
I would have liked that. That would have really added some spice. And Metroid Dread needs more dark areas. Like the fact that Samus's like lights are there for you to see her in those spots. Oh, I thought he was over there. Like, and it wasn't taken full advantage of. Wait, right, does this damage? It doesn't. So I tested it with ice, but I couldn't remember. Right, you are there. And you're gonna come up here. Or not. Oh, but you're going exactly where I need to go. Whoa! That was very ballsy. Yeah, the speed EMMI is good. Oh, my friends and I, like, we gave them names. I can't remember them off the top of my head now. God damn. Design-wise, I like the EMMI as they are. In-game, it's not executed as well as I'd hoped, but in the art book, the needle that comes out of their face, the way it's presented, it gives me like trypophobic vibes. I can't remember how you actually say it. Yeah, like, I don't like holes, and the artwork has the needle come out of something like that. Oh yeah, that's on the entire time. Right. I don't know about the Varia suit, because, like, I love how, like, Samus looks in Dread so much. It's the white inner body. That is the part that is really, like, selling it. Because if you have yellow, orange, and red, I think that's too warm of a color. And it becomes a blob. Especially in the case for the Omega suit. And I think that's more because it's saturated to the point it becomes more mixed. Whoop. Yeah, I want them to keep the white inner line, the inner armor for Samus's suits going forward. Right, yeah, you're not gonna come back. frog in the well spawn. What's that? Was that like the machines like stuck in the wall? I'm not going the right way, am I? That's fine. For some reason, I never go down this way, for whatever reason. Of course, there he is. I don't know if you could make it more impactful without sensors getting involved. Because as is, it's already quite impactful. Oh, you're not going to touch me again. Oh no, I need to up the counter. There we go. Yeah, as it is, it's already quite impactful, so it's like not entirely necessary. And I feel like it would be changed for the worse. No, I don't need to go up here, do I? Yeah, I do. Let me see. PS5 treatment. I mean, she's just as rare. So... But Samus is cool. Oh, you. Whoosh. Is that gonna kill me as soon as I go out? Because it was in the middle of shooting. Okay. Yeah, because that's a mistake I made. I thought that X could infect machines, and they can't. For some, I don't know what made me think that. I think because of the box, I thought it was a machine, like full machine. I forgot that there was a literal brain in it. Same with Nightmare. It's like that was organic machine. Nightmare's underrated. Yeah, I bought the collector's edition for Dread just because of the art book. I love art book stuff. Like if Prime 4 comes out with an art book, you know I'm getting that. Whoa, that was close. Ah, I thought he'd moved over a little bit. If I did this somersault, I would have avoided it, I think. I get the frog in the wall all the time. What the hell? That's weird. I see that all the time. I thought that was like how it's supposed to be. Jesus. Well, that's funny then. Yeah, I wish they explained it in game. I wish Dread had like, not scannables, but like like lore you could pick up from certain spots, like how Aim to R does it. I might do. Ooh, that gives me an idea. Ooh, that gives me an idea. I won't say, but my storytelling juices are all going. Yeah, it makes sense that Samus' suit would heal because it's biological. I always thought it was like that, but then Nintendo like outright confirmed it. And I feel like they had before, or at least they like implied it, and so that's where like the idea came from. Oh, that's the thing. I need to actually read the Dread reports because I avoided them for ages while Dread was being like teased and stuff. Fun fact, actually, I stopped watching the Dread report stuff and all the trailers for everything and stuff like that. The last trailer I saw was the one before Kraid was shown. But I knew Kraid had been shown because I saw artwork with hashtag Team Kraid. I'm like, oh no, I walked right into that. Yeah, I was like, oh no, Kraid's in it, isn't he? So then when I played through Dread and I heard the roar, I was like, it's Kraid. So I'd gotten spoiled by fan art. That didn't even outright confirm he was a thing, but the mere existence of it showed it. Oh, again? Okay. Yeah, the mere existence of the art, along with the Team Kraid thing, that showed me that he was in Dread. And I didn't even see any official art tweets or anything until after I'd already played the game. No, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna play it safe. Right, I'm just gonna ignore. Yeah, so like this area, especially if I tone down the brightness. Oh, it's gone back up again, the fuck? Yeah, okay. I play around this sort of light, but for you guys, it looks even darker than it really should. So I would say it's about here. Yeah, I think that's like what you see now is generally what I play at, but for me here, this would be what you see just then. So I'm just gonna put it up a bit just for you guys. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so like this part, Samus has the lights solely just so you can see where she is. And everything is white and stuff like that. It's just so you can see it. Like, is there anything else green? Like, apart from the mysterious fog? Like, and the enemy? Like, there isn't. There's like no confusion. There's no room for confusion. I don't think there was even any yellow apart from the door. Right. Strange how we get the wave beam before the morph ball. I always find that's the funniest part of like the first time playthrough. Like, where's the morph ball? I need the morph ball. that. Ah! No, that's 11. We're on 12 now. Yeah, I still can't believe Dread exists. I'm so glad it is. Like, a real thing. I don't think I can do the... No, I can't do anything just yet. I don't think, anyway. Torvus, I know you can, but I'm a mere mortal. Whoa, but I could do that somehow. Don't quite know how I got past that. Yeah, that's a funny thing with DLC for Dread. Like, I do wish we got it as well. Like, just as an extra. But I like the game so much, it's like, it's not really a bother for me. Like, Dread doesn't need DLC sort of thing. Like, it would have been nice, but it's not mandatory. It doesn't help that there looks like it looks like there's a whole area missing when you go into the full map. Yeah, Chozo statues of bio, yeah. At least some, I think. Yeah, I like that Adam explains the lore in a few things. Like, I wish it was more utilized. See, when people say Dread is ugly... Excuse me? Like... Do you see this? That's pretty. And this isn't even Berenia. Which is even prettier. Sick rhymes. Yeah, like I like the normal Vario suit, like especially Echo's version. I'd say that's probably Samus's best look ever. But the Dread suit is close. It is close. And if the Dread Vario suit became her new, like, normal look, I wouldn't complain. It's such a good look. But I would hope the gravity suit changes a little bit. Where am I going? Namely, I want there to be blue lights on it. I hate that there's no blue lights. It feels criminal. Oh yeah, fun fact. I'm sure like, a couple know this, but the lights of the turrets here, they reflect the color of the EMMI in the zone. So like in Artaria, it's white, these are green, and in Dyron, it's yellow. It's a really nice little detail. I'm sure several people noticed, but I didn't notice it first time around. Yeah, I wish Adam was used more for lore. I probably shouldn't be so close to it. Yeah, I won't be too close. Yeah, the lights are definitely for the dark rooms. Because if you look at it from how the Vari suit looks in the opening, it wouldn't work from a side view in dark rooms, unless you have the like ugly circle around it where it's clear, like in Fusion. Like that's fine for like a pixel game, not so much for a game like this. I don't think it kind of just looks tacky. Why am I going back? Oh, I love that the spring ball comes with the morph ball by default. So that's a really nice, a nice feature. No, I do want to go down here, I think. Yeah, it was at this point I realized, oh, it's Kraid. Yeah, let me save just because. Yeah, I like late morph ball. Yeah, I do wish, like, Dread in general, I wish it had more dark areas to hone in on the Dread aspect more, and to just really utilize the lights, and have an EMMI zone be dark, or like turn off the EMMI zone entirely, so then the EMMI can roam around the entire area, so it's always hunting you. Could reminisce of SAX. Yeah, I wish Dread sold more as well, but to have a new best-selling game in a franchise, that's always good. Like it doesn't really matter what the circumstances are around it, really. Well, I'd be happy with a new bestseller. Where is it? No, it's the fleshy bit. That's the destructible bit. Oh yeah, definitely. Like on the tram parts, it does definitely look hand drawn. It reminds me of the canvases in Halo 3. It's really cool. And I think when I get the Vario suit, that is when I'm gonna do a bunch of skips. I'm gonna get early grapple, bomb. What else was it? Flash shift, Aeon, and I may even get the early speed boost just for Torvus. Right. Right. Because this part is going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to read chat first. Yeah, Gavaron is very pretty. I love Gavaron. Oh, time attack would have been sick. Like leaderboard as well. I would have liked a randomizer. This is nice. I wish there was another update, but I like Boss Rush. I play it from time to time. Dread is not mid. It isn't. What Metroid game is mid? Oh, it's tough to say. Let me think. Hunters. Prime Hunters is mid. But more because the campaign was lackluster and you play Metro for the campaign. But I also physically cannot play it anymore. Because it legitimately hurts. Oh, come on. Never mind. I'm probably gonna die now, because I just wasted time. You know what? Let's just restart. Because I tried to style, but then I just absolutely flop. Yeah, Dread is the best-selling Metro game ever now. It has been for a little bit. Like, it's over 3 million. Let's actually try and do it this time. Ooh. Only the second try, come on! Let's go. The amount of times I died on that, the first try. Like on the first Dread run. No, Sakamoto can't do everything he wants. Like let's not confuse that. Other M, he had absolute control. But he doesn't have exclusive... Oh, jeez. Exclusive control. Yeah, he doesn't have exclusive control anymore. No one should have exclusive control over a game. Or anything, really. Okay, this is the thing I want to say. I keep forgetting to mention it. Why doesn't the Samus screen update with the Vario suit, but it does with the Gravity suit? Because that's still the Dread suit right there. But if I go out, it's the Vario suit now. But with the Gravity suit, you can see it change into, like, from the Vario suit to the Gravity suit. That's a very interesting little detail. It's funny, though. Does lava kill me? It doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I love this game as well. It's definitely the best 2D Metroid game. I used to say it was Aim to R. Right, now to everyone in the universe apparently who says Dread is incredibly linear, they're gonna have their minds blown. And hand-holdy. I'm probably gonna do it the long way because I don't know all the secret stuff, but I know what I've done. Yeah, early speed boost. I don't know how to do early supers. But if I think about it, I probably would be able to figure it out. I would like a Prime Hunters remake, yeah. I don't think it'll be difficult for Prime 4 to beat Dread in sales. Personally, because Prime was the first successful, well, not successful, but majorly profitable Metro game since the very first one, and it did it on a heavily underperforming console. If there's any game in the franchise that can... Oh no, I don't have bombs yet. That can beat Dread, it's Prime. Mostly because it's... Yeah, mostly because it's first person, so like the West is naturally familiar with it. don't have the bloody grapple yet. Right, so I will... I think I could get that first, actually. Let me see... Yeah, the way the suits change is really cool, like color-wise. I just wish I wish all the suits had like blue lights and visors, but Gravity, especially thanks to Prime, I feel like that has to have blue lights. Ah, god damn it, I saw it as well. I couldn't do anything. Wait, were we on 12 or 13? I can't remember. Like, just then. I think we were... Yeah, I think that was my 14th death. Let me see. I don't know how many times I've said, let me see. It's like my catchphrase now. Yeah, I've played this game. I don't actually know the proper number, but it's close to 30. It's more than 25. No, I want that upgrade. Where are you? There you are. Oof. I'm always nervous with those things. Yeah, I've never tried early supers. I could give it a go here. It would be very helpful, and would give supers more breathing room because you lose them so quick, really. I want to go over here. Yeah, I'm not sure if there are any other first-person games now that I think about it. Because, like, there's always the argument of, like... Oh, god damn it! I don't know how I forgot about him. But, like, so many people have said, like, shooters in general aren't that good on Nintendo consoles. And it's... For GameCube, sure. Oh no, I need to update the counter. Yeah, because the control stick was, like, really small. So that one I'd get. But not the Switch, it has the Pro Control. For Joy-Con, I wouldn't use the Joy-Cons for shooters. Mostly because I just don't feel comfortable with it, in the sense that I feel like I would just give the Joy-Cons drift. Because I'm quite an aggressive, like, stick pusher. That's a weird sentence I don't think anyone has ever said. I've only got, like, 130? 40? Yeah, I'm just gonna show the frame code. Oh, 125. It's a bit less than I expected. Right. Once I hit a save room next, I may get a drink. Because I finished my cup of tea like an hour ago. Oh, speaking of OLED, how does it look on... Like, how does Metroid Dread look on the OLED? Because I don't have an OLED, like, screen or anything like that, or the Switch. So I'm naturally very curious. Oh yeah, Doom is on Switch, isn't it? Yeah. And apparently, like, they run pretty well. Because it's Eternal and the 2016. Oof, thank God. What was this part again? Oh, this is the power bomb bit. Okay, this is one of the themes in Dread that I do absolutely love. It's probably one of the best themes in the game. And I'm glad it's not just, like, magmal caverns again. I'll go up there in a sec. Oh, damn it. Oh no, I can't even get up there anyway. Like, in my head, because I've done this so many times, I'm like way further along because I feel like I have the bombs or I have the flash shift and stuff when I really don't. This is a good one to get for now. I should have got that. I'll come back for it later. Right. Read. Yeah, the Doom games, apparently they have 30 FPS, but it's consistent and quite decent looking resolution, apparently. That reminds me, I haven't actually tried to speedrun Dread. I speedran Aim2R once, and I got like 120? Something like that. Yeah, so I don't know why people say you can't have shooters on Switch when the Pro Control exists. Like, likely because... Why am I going up there? Likely for shooters and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I do kind of wish I had an OLED, but oh, the most I can do is change settings on my monitor, switch and stuff like that. Eternal's amazing. I played it on PC. It's probably the best shooter of the year. That was 2 years ago. Jesus. Oh yes, I probably will need Screw Attack for SQ. That one, even in normal, still gets me. I've grown to like Barenia, but like, it's difficult because it absolutely fits the scene, but I feel like you could do a bit more with it. that it doesn't have like the same transcending sensation as Torvus Bog. I know it's not the same environment, but it's similar enough. It's a watery environment. Yeah, I find SQ, like, I struggle with SQ. $220, 100%. Jesus, fair play. Well, power to you for using Joy-Cons on them. I would not feel comfortable. I have the Zelda ones, the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. I don't want to break them. Yeah, Lower Berenia, I wish it had a more... Oh, I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it. I wish it had more of a melody, because it just has its set rhythm. It doesn't have an extra part to it. Like, best I can think of, it doesn't have a chorus. I know it's not entirely the best analogy, but that's the only way I can describe it. Right, so I'm gonna pause for a sec. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. See you in 5 minutes, I want to say. BRB. Hello, I'm back. I have also brought a sandwich. I know it's a weird thing to say, but something I've always wanted to do was eat and just chill on stream. I've seen so many streamers do it, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do that. But, Jesus Christ. I don't want voice breaks, though. Yeah, I'll mute from time to time, just so you don't hear any chewing or anything like that. Thankfully, I've had it so the mic isn't so sensitive, but still. You guys are going crazy in chat, Jesus. Move my mic. Right, how's everyone doing? Yeah, Super's engine isn't the same as Fusion's, I don't think. Oh, I can tell. It's like so many. Like, I have to scroll all the way up. Okay. It is sandwich time. It's just your regular ham with mayonnaise sandwich. It's nothing special. But it's still very nice. I would have had melted cheese on it, but that would have taken a little bit. I know it's just a simple put in the microwave, but... Ham toasties with ham and cheese with barbecue sauce. Banging. Absolutely amazing. How far am I? I just got the morph ball and Varisuit. There's tutorials. Oh, does it not play the... Oh no, that's on the Samus screen, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, Snake Lancer. I've been playing this like quite regularly lately. Again. I think when Samus called Adam Adam, that's when the consciousness came in. Not consciousness, but self-awareness and yeah, he just came back to himself. I mean, like, consciousness is like formed by just like wires in the brains, right? So it's just electrons and stuff like that. That could be easily done by machines. Not at the minute, but in future. Right, what have you guys been talking about then? What was the last thing I saw? That's right, SQ. And the shooting on thing. Best Metroid game? Mine was Prime. OST. Yeah, there's a few people that talk about the OST. Like I know Doominal Crossing. Like he's not at all happy with the music side of Dread. He does good shit. You should go watch Doominal Crossing stuff. There's a mixing of Metroid and Doom music. I even edited a video for him. He's a cool guy. Oh, Fusion. Oh, the SAX, yeah. One of my favorite memories of Fusion, like, when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to play games late at night. But I had a Game Boy, I'd just gotten Fusion. I was like, no, I'm gonna play, like, it was late at night, I wanted to play Fusion. And this was when I was starting out playing Metroid, so I was like, no, I want to play it. So I got it, I had the volume ever so slightly up, just so I could hear it enough. But then when the SAX's face came on, like, that scared the hell out of me because the shrill was still pretty loud. Because there was the added effect of the jump scare, like fourth wall break, and the terror of my parents possibly hearing it. So it was extra scary. Where was it? Oh, the water part in Fusion sucks. Mostly because there's a path that is vital to progression and it's hidden. And that's the one you're on about. That part is the worst part of the game, I think. Yeah, Fusion is scarier than Dread. That's why I have Dread on lower lighting. A lot of people didn't like my settings video. But it has the most views, so I don't care. No, I do. Yeah, I like the blackout section of Fusion as well. Let me get to now. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who says that, like, these screens are similar to Doom Eternal. Like, it practically is the same. Like, colored text and everything. And I love that. It's very accessible. Favorite Metroid game? Echoes. Prime 2 Echoes, my beloved. Let me do that. There we go. Okay. Let me go up again. I don't think they'll remaster Zero Mission again. Like, they may as well just re-release it. There's no real point in doing it again. At that rate, I'd just rather a Super or a Fusion remake. But I want Prime 4 first. Yeah, I'm glad Mercury Steam did Samus Returns first, then Dread. I wouldn't have been able to take 2 remakes in a row. But the freedom Super Metroid gives you can't be compared. Well, soon I'm going to compare it. Fusion is a little jank, yeah. But then Zero Mission refined it, and then Dread is just next level. I like how the other M cinematic trailer had more effort put into it than the actual game itself. Obviously the game had a lot of effort put into it. That's just a jab at other M. I do it anytime I can. Okay, let me go back to now. I do hope they make a Fusion remake, but further down the line, I'd want a Super remake first. I know so many people say that Super doesn't need one. I personally just want one, just so Super is more consistent with modern Metroid. Because that's my biggest problem with Super. It doesn't follow the consistent rules of future Metroid games. Like, Fusion, Zero Mission, and Dread kind of follow the same rules. Like, for example, items and walls. There's always a slight indicator, be it in the map itself or the level design. Super doesn't really have that, or at least to the level of Zero Mission, Dread, and stuff like that. I also want a remake just because the controls of Super suck, to be honest. I really need to play through Fusion again. I need to do another marathon at some point. Have I done a marathon this year or even last year? No, I did one last year to capture footage, I think. Yeah, I don't blame the people that say they don't want a remake. But I also don't blame those who do either. Especially because I am one of them. Why wouldn't you want Mercury Steam to do a Super remake? Like, they've nailed it with Dread now. I have full confidence in Mercury Steam now. Ah, missed. Shit. I'm not even supposed to be there, am I? Yeah, I got down. I'm an idiot. I don't know why you can parry that before the flash comes on. It's weird. And yes, we're gonna do the early grapple and all that. There we go. Would you guys be opposed to me putting on the amiibo for this mode?
Uploading data.
I feel like then people wouldn't be like, it would be like, oh, it's not the vanilla, so you didn't do it right. But I just like the energy tanks to be fitting on the HUD. That's the most annoying part. I'm still eating a little bit, so. One sec. Marathon. It would depend on the marathon. Like, what am I doing it for? Like, if I want to do it for, like, learning the franchise and embracing the franchise, I would do all of them in release order. If I just want to experience the story, I would go, and with the chronological, I mean like including the NES, Game Boy stuff. If I just want to experience the story, I would go Zero Mission, then Prime, Hunters, Echoes, Corruption, Federation Force, then Samus Returns, or AM2R, whichever you prefer. I personally go with AM2R, but even though I like Samus Returns, but I personally prefer AM2R. I like Samus Returns, I prefer AM2R. Then Super, then Fusion, then Dread. The reason why I think Super Metroid's controls, like, don't feel great is because of the floaty controls. Like, Dread, it's quick, snappy, responsive, you turn on a dime in the air. Super is very much not that. There's a whole turning animation, and your momentum stops when you do that. It's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't feel good to play, to me. It's like if I turn left or right, I expect to turn left or right. Yeah, I hope another 2D Metro comes out, but I kind of want it after Prime 4. I just want Prime 4. Like, that's my... I need it. Oh, I love this as well. I wish you could do this on command. Even if there are enemies present. You could just stand there and get rid of the HUD. Yeah, I wish Dread let you customize controls as well. Like, there is a thing you could do, I think, here. Like, you could map the buttons, but it's not ergonomic. You can't... You have to go into a whole other menu. You have to come out of here. Then you have to test it, and then if you don't like it, you have to go back. It's not efficient. I wish there was just a built-in button mapping. Oh, pardon me. Why did it go back to the bottom? Jeez. Yeah, Dread is definitely a game to replay. Like 100%. Use the EMMI build? Okay. I just want to use it for the, not satisfaction, but the visual. I know, because I've slight OCD. If things don't line up, I get annoyed. And vanilla Dread energy tanks don't line up with the edge of the HUD. Okay. I'll just use the other one as well, may as well. Ugh. Did that do it? Pretty sure I had 55 before. Or does that actually only give 2? Let me do it again. Let me do it with the EMMI one this time. I did it with the Dread, Samus, and Ridley. Okay, okay. Oh, so that's what the others do. They just refill your ammo. Okay, so the Dread, Samus, and EMMI give you an extra tank, but the others just refill your health and ammo. Or ammo. That's cool. I like that. That's interesting. And I think there's only limited uses as well. We'll use the early ice missiles more as like a side effect, yeah. So I'm there anyway, may as well get them. Oh, and this is smart design as well. You hear that before you know it's there. So it's like, oh, I hear something. Let me shoot around. Oh, there it is. Super has nothing like that. At least not as consistently as Dread. Ah, damn it. I'm not quite sure what you mean, like, the style, like, Mercury Steam go for, because to me it's gorgeous. I love how it looks, and anything in terms of, like, sacrifice, like, look, listen. You hear that? That's a very prime thing to do. Yeah, I think Dread looks gorgeous. I don't know, like, where people are coming from when they say it doesn't look good. And anything that could look bad, it's done for performance sake. Like, the void bits, like, beyond the walls and stuff, that's just so you have 60 FPS. And that's part of the reason why it's so replayable. Is because it just feels so nice to play. Because of the 60 FPS. That's partly what makes the controls so responsive. Yeah, Aim 2 is better than Samus Returns, but Samus Returns is good. Like, I don't want to get that twisted. Like, still absolutely love Samus Returns. The experience I had with it, I don't think anyone else will have. Let me see. Yeah, I want Prime 4 to tie the connection between the Prime series and Samus Returns and the mainline timeline in general. I want what Silex does with the Metroids to be the cause, like the final cause. Because I don't like Samus Returns. I think that like Samus just says Metroids are being used for bioweapons. It doesn't specifically say who. I don't think. It's like, yeah, the space pirates had used them, but oh god damn it. But so did so many other people. It doesn't explicitly say only the space pirates used them. I don't think. I'm so glad for checkpoints. Let me just save real quick, because yeah, like the floatiness of Super I don't really like, mostly because it just feels like it just gets to a point where it just doesn't feel responsive. That's why I've always preferred the controls of like Zero Mission, Aim to R, stuff like that. It just feels responsive, and then Dread is like the peak of that. I mean, there is still kind of a run button. So it just runs super fast. Right, there's a fun fact with the extra space tree. Alright, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't want Ridley to come back. Like, generally. Like, if he returns in Prime 4, I want him to be, like, as part of the ending part of the game, in the sense of, like, a post-credit scene, or like he's informed of something going on SR3E8, and that's what causes the boss fight in Samus Returns. So that would help both the people who say it comes out of nowhere, when it really doesn't. I can't remember if that was a full block or not. And what I would like for Prime 4 to do is have Weevil to be the leader of the Space Pirates, while Ridley is like seemingly dead from corruption. But then in like a sort of Transformers sort of plot, Weevil always wanted to be the leader, and now that Ridley's finally dead, he takes over. But then Ridley comes back and then kills Weevil, and Weevil becomes the dead body you see outside of Kraid's lair, or outside of Kraid's room. I would really like for that to happen. But low-key, I expected there to be, like, not a mecha Ridley, but, like, a recreation of Ridley. Like, a spiritual successor. Because there's a thing in Artaria that looks like it could build a Ridley machine. But it doesn't, it's just background detail. Oh yeah, thing is, I would have gotten the Metroid amiibos for Samus Returns anyway. But I didn't get them because they unlocked more stuff. I just wanted the squishy Metroid. But the fact that they did hide difficulties behind that, that's stupid. Yeah, Dread is beautiful. I love how it looks. Yeah, that's fair with the Black Void thing, but the other 2D games were full with, like, detail. I can't remember if Super did it as well, like the Black Void stuff, but I know the others didn't. Unless it was, like, deliberate for, like, recreating older games. Yeah, Dread isn't soulless. Like, anyone that says that is, like, legit out of their mind. But what I will complain about with Dread, though, is the obscene amount of save points there are. Like, why is the, like, network station and navigation room, why are they all save rooms as well? They don't need to be. But what's the point of save rooms then? The strange Chozo spear guy. Oh, do you mean the one with the cloak? Not cloak, the cape. Oh, it could be a mocking soldier, you're right. Oh my god. Especially if it actually is the real Kraid. I don't think it is, but that is a thing that could be the case. Alright. Where am I going? I don't even know if this route is used for early bombs anymore. No, it is down here. Oh, I don't have bombs. I am a fool. Ah, god damn it. I think I went the wrong way anyway. I have finished my sandwich now. To be honest, I thought the creepy Chozo guy, like in the background, I always thought that was the gold one. Because it's the red one that's in the foreground, isn't it? Wait, was this the wrong way? Oh, it's this door, I think. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, like, this just looks so cool. Why isn't there more of this? It's gold in the foreground? I thought it was red. Let me check, actually. One sec. Because I have them... Well, I have that picture saved somewhere. Yeah, because I put it for logbook. Oh, it is gold in the foreground, you're right. Okay. go up a sec. Yeah, I would have rather more save rooms. Just personally. And I don't think Dread needed DLC. I've seen some people say it did. I don't think so. Like, the base game itself is, like, really good. It would have been nice, but I don't know why I'm going back down here. Oh, I didn't think that would have counted. Come on. Oh, I've died a couple times, actually. What we are? I think we're on 17. Yeah, I want to say we're on 17. Oh, this room has a great bit of design as well. Because, like, when my brother was playing, he had no idea where to bomb. So I said, look at the shadows. That bit there, that's the part you're supposed to bomb. It's like, that's just so good. Let me see. Where am I going now? Now I'm gonna go down here. See, I missed this my first time around, I think. So when the experiment came up, I had no idea who it was. I'm not going that way. I can't remember if this is a fall through. It isn't, so I could have just gone this way. I don't think the X are done from Dread either. Mostly because there's the Chozo fighters that leave. Because there are fighters that are stationed, like, as you run up Hanubia? I think it's Hanubia. But then as you're escaping, they're gone. So I definitely think some X have escaped. But if they do return, I want that to be the last one. I want that to be the last time. Right, so that is immediately someone that is gonna get permabanned. Let me see. Okay, cool. How the fuck are people finding me? Like, bot-wise, how are they finding me? I'm just a guy. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that should be gone now. Can you guys see that still? Or does it say, like, deleted by that Metroid guy? Anyway, Yeah, I'd like DLC, but I don't think we're gonna get it, and I'm not aching for any. I don't want Samus without her suit. I'm gonna make that stance very clear now. Samus is hotter when the suit stays on. That's what people fail to understand. I don't think the fighters were relegated to specific, like, Chozo warriors, though. Right, so hopefully that bot is dealt with. Wait, how could the X return, like, despite Samus returns and Dread? Like, without them, basically. How? I wouldn't really take interviews, like, as set in stone, because they can just change it, and that can just be, oh, we're gonna, like, keep a surprise. Like, why would they reveal that so soon? Yet Samus is sexier with the suit on. Like, people fail to understand this. Like, she's just Barbie without it. She's Samus with it. Yeah, I just want Prime out, Prime 4 out. Like, I want that to be the focus. Like, I don't want another remake. I just want Metroid Prime 4. After that, sure, yeah, I'd be happy for a remake, but I want Prime 4. We don't see the ships escape, we just see that they've gone. So it's like left up in the air. Quite literally. So we will never know until the next game. It could just be, not a coincidence, but a fluke, or to like set us off the trail and stuff like that. Like, it could just be nothing. They could have blown up in explosions that we didn't see. But it does leave the opportunity open to use it as a plot device. The X didn't get off SR388 though. But until Fusion. Like, and they were only brought onto the BSL, which didn't have any other ships on it. And we know they didn't get off SR388 because the ships the Federation used to get there are still there. So, there is that. And, like, you see it in the background. It was a little detail that I only noticed, like, slightly at a glance. I can never remember if something down there is something I need. Probably, actually, because the flash shift, maybe? Yeah, I really can't remember, actually. I don't know why I forget so easily. Oh, yeah, I need, yeah. Right, now the bot's gone, I should be able to go back onto the OBS chat. Because it's more towards the game. Yeah, I want more Metroid in general, don't get me wrong, but I would rather Metroid Prime 4 than whatever. Like, I just want Metroid Prime 4. Not as soon as possible. I want them to take as long as they need. Like, I want an actual complete game on launch. I'm sick of seeing games not be content complete when they come out. And to be honest, Dread wasn't really content complete. Like, it was rushed. But it's so good and replayable that it's forgivable. And then it got a boss rush afterwards. So it's like, okay. I've played it about 30 times, so it's clearly done something great. Okay, I don't know why I stopped. So that's 18 now. We are chugging these deaths. Hello, Kevin Stone. Damn it. Don't know why I stopped again. So that's 19 now. Yeah, they've left themselves open to do something with. So it's like, if they can't think of anything, it's like, okay, we could just use the fact that that there are ships that are gone. So, okay, we could just use that and then go from there. That's what I would do. It's smart. And I'm not saying it's smart because I would do it, but it leaves options open. I mean, I am a little smart, but I'm also incredibly dumb sometimes. Wait, is that? Oh, no, no. Oof. Unnecessarily close. Beating the game before 100 deaths. Hopefully, like, it would be quite cool to have as few deaths as possible, but we're already at 19, so... And I don't think we're even a quarter of the way there. If we're gonna do 100%. And I'd want to do 100%. I would. I don't think Quiet Robe was conscious. Basically, what I think happened at the end is they both had a goal. And that was likely... Right, let me try and phrase this properly so that it makes sense. So the X want the Metroids eliminated. Obviously, Quiet Robe doesn't. So, in my head, for the safety of other X, which was the entire point, that was why Quiet Robe X was allowed to be absorbed. Because by the X's logic, regardless of whether Samus dies here or not, other X would be safe. And it would know that they would be, because the Metroid DNA would be neutralized. Or at least stabilized to a point it's not as grave of a threat as it was by the end of the game. So, and what Quiet Robe likely wanted to do as well was to help Samus, and the only way to do that was to neutralize or stabilize the Metroid DNA. So, when you think about it like that, they both had a reason for Samus's DNA to be stabilized. The X wanted it gone for the safety of its own kind. The White Robe wanted it neutralized so it could save Samus. To me, that makes perfect sense. I wish I phrased it like that in my short little video, but that's basically why I think that's done as it is. Because it's a very vague ending. Like, it really is. I think that's intentional, but there is logic to it. Right. There's so many people talking, jeez. I welcome it, though. I'll try and get to everyone as quick, as much as I can. Oh, Chozo Huntress, hello. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna have kids solely because I want to be able to play games. Obviously, that's not the entire reason, but that's part of a larger reason. I think you have, like, shown me the story you have in mind, Stone. I just haven't managed to have a look yet. Yeah, it's kind of, like, with the ships on Hanubia, it's kind of a... It's an oh, come on sort of thing. Like... But the fact that I've noticed it, to me, that would be like, oh, that's really cool, because I've noticed it. So they have the potential to use it. That's just my view. Chat, don't go immediately down. On a scale of 1 to 10, thoughts on PED suit, I would say it's about... The first form, 8. I would say 8 out of 10. And I'd say the rest, maybe the middle one is about 7, and then the final is 6. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I like how the actor introduced in Dread. Let me try and go through these. Prime is canon. Let's not be John Gaden up in here. It is canon. Samus Returns 100% solidifies it. Like, it's canon. It's just a separate story. Think of it like Halo, ODST and Halo Reach. They're separate stories, but they're still canon. Yeah, and I want Prime 4 to properly connect to Metroid 2. Mostly it's just because I want a connection, a solid, like, primary story connection. But I also want that just so people who say Prime isn't canon to shut up. And, right, people can have their own headcanons. In my headcanon, Other M isn't. But officially, it is. As much as it pains to say. And, like, I was kind of the one that started the trend of, like, Dread confirms Other M isn't canon. And it kind of caused a bit of a stir. But then when Dread came out and there was the Other M screen, that just solidifies that it is. And there's, like, no way to argue it. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's, like, no way to argue that it isn't officially canon, but in my head, it isn't, because it just makes no sense. And then, by existing, the other games don't make sense either. By that I mean, like, Fusion doesn't make as much sense, and then, by extension, Dread doesn't make too much sense either. No, I need to go down here. There's, a thing. Yeah, the X aren't sentient. That's the thing. That's very clearly laid out in both Fusion and Dread. Like, they're not sentient. God damn it. So I've died twice now. Yeah, the X aren't sentient, but the goal of the X and then Quiet Robe would be mutually beneficial. Both Quiet Robe and the X would want Samus's DNA to be neutralized, but it's for very different reasons, but the means to do it is the same. So they just do it. And the reason why Samus doesn't shoot is because, like, the X imitates Quiet Robe bowing. Because it would know that Samus didn't shoot him before when he did that. And that is what makes the X so terrifying. They're smart by who they infect. Like, if they infect a Chozo, they have the intelligence of that Chozo. And they could deceive and manipulate to their will. It's terrifying. That is Halo Flood levels of scary. That is why the Metroids were made in the first place, for that very like scenario. It's like, that is why they exist. Like, the Chozo aren't idiots. That is why they made them. And I know I seem like excited, but it's just because I rarely get to talk about this sort of stuff. But now I get to, so it's like, oh, this is cool, stuff like that. So, style of Metroid I prefer. I prefer Prime 1 and 2. I don't mind action, but Prime 1 and 2 is the best form of Metroid to me. Let me see. Okay, so in Samus Returns, Ridley is what solidifies Prime. Because not only does Proteus Ridley look exactly like Meta Ridley, it uses his theme as well, and the developers explicitly say that was the inspiration to connect Meta Ridley to Proteus Ridley. There was another thing, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But that is like the main one. Right, so with the SAX, I don't think it thought it was Samus. It just had the abilities of Samus and would use it for its own gain. The only reason why it attacked the Metroids and Omega Metroids is because they're pure Metroids. Samus is only part Metroid. And obviously the X's only fear is the Metroids themselves. So it would prioritize a pure Metroid over Samus. And like with the Quiet Robe thing, the only way to neutralize the major Metroid threat was to go to Samus. So that's why it's so consistent to me. That's why I have that opinion. Yeah, the 2D Metroid games, like, they have a weaker soundtrack compared to Prime. I like Samus Returns, but that's mostly because they're mostly remakes of things from Prime. So I think now I can get the... Where was it? Yeah, it's up there. Unless... No, it is up. Let me save again. Let me see. Yeah, the 2D OSTs are a bit weaker compared to Prime, I think. Ah, damn it, I walked. Yeah, Fusion's cool. Like, that's the thing. The X aren't a hive mind from what I believe. They operate independently, but they all share the same goal. it's not like the Flood from Halo in the sense of like they have like one individual that is the main consciousness that serves like the goals of the entire species. They all already have the same goal. But I get the whole hive mind thing. It's just I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I definitely think like the bowing was a manipulation tactic. It knew, like, that X knew that Quiet Robe did that before, and Samus didn't shoot when she was about to. So that is what makes the X so creepy and terrifying, and that's why the Metroids were made. It's for that exact scenario. Yeah, the Arcs aren't, the X aren't like a Flood hive mind. They all have their own, like, let me think of how to phrase it. They all share the same goal, but I don't blame the hive mind mentality. Oh, there's nothing up there. And an important thing to point out as well, the X that from what I get anyway, the X that absorbs an individual's intelligence. Hang on, let me. For some reason, when stuff like this comes around, this is when I forget all the buttons. There we go. That's the extra step. Oh, misclick. There we go. Yeah, I like Baronia's map. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. Yeah, the X that infects a certain individual, that doesn't transfer to others. Like it's for that specific X only. I don't know why my voice is going. I've been talking a lot, actually, to be fair. So, like, the X that infected Quiet Robe, that would have Quiet Robe's intelligence, or whatever it infected before. Same, like, Ravenbeak X, that would have the intelligence and memories of both, of all of Kraid, Ravenbeak, and I think Experiment as well, if that's a part of it, but definitely Kraid and Ravenbeak. It would have both the intelligence and the memories of them fused. Because it's one individual X that's taking them over. No, they absorb memories if you're dead as well. They did it for Quiet Robe. That's why he bowed. Yeah, I want there to be, like, action fused with exploration, because like, that's why I think Dread works so... God damn it. That's why Dread works so much to me. Because it has combat and action as well as great exploration. Yeah, because that was an initial thing like I had a problem with Ravenbeak saying he's basically Samus's dad. Like, because to me for a bit it felt like it cheapened Samus's like goals, not goals, achievements and stuff like that. When in reality, like, she would have had to have maintained those skills for ages on her own to make sure she was always at peak, like, performance. And she still has to do that. That's why I constantly say Samus should have, like, for lack of a better explanation, a CrossFit athlete's build. Because she requires that sort of strength, acrobatic abilities and stuff like that. Like, she shouldn't have a bodybuilder's build, but she shouldn't be, like, she shouldn't be skinny, she shouldn't be too bulky, but at the minute she's just Barbie. And that's not good, that's not fitting for the character. And I make sure to say that point, because it's like, there are characters that fit, not a Barbie look, but like, that have a more hyper feminine look. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, bitch. That's the really hard one. Yeah, I think my voice is going a little bit. I don't usually talk this long and extended, like, at all, really. And yeah, see the cannons? They'll be yellow, because the EMMI is yellow. It's cool. Oh, come on! Let's see. I want to focus for this bit, and then I'll talk for the cutscene. And no, I don't use like a turbo or anything. Let me see. Yeah, like, I don't mind Samus having Morkin genes. It would explain why she's so combat proficient, but to maintain that efficiency, she had to have constantly trained. And that would have been far more challenging than being given the genes in the first place. Kraid at the end of Dread is an X-clone, but Kraid, the boss fight, like when you first face him, that he's not an X-clone then. Crocomite X would be really cool. Okay, it is the experiment, okay. As well. I don't remember it saying they only absorb memories if they're alive. As far as I'm aware, they only absorb organic stuff, be it dead or alive, and they retain all of what they experienced and their skills as well. And yeah, they could change the rules, but I'd like the previous stuff to be consistent as well. Because that's the thing. I think the barely alive thing would make sense for Quiet Robe as well. Like, even if they don't absorb memories of dead things, if they absorb memories from partly alive things, it would explain why he repeats his last words. And then repeats the same action which reactivates the EMMI. Jesus Christ, yeah, I've been talking a lot. Yeah, the X kill when they merge, because you see that with Ravenbeak. Really, when it comes to, like, as far as Samus knows, I take that as kind of gospel. Unless there's, like, an explicit part that changes that. That is, like, then reaffirmed. And I don't think that's the case. Okay. Yeah, the X are terrifying. Far more terrifying than anyone gives them credit for. And they're even more terrifying when you, like, damn it, take it to consideration the fact that, well, not the fact, but the possibility that, like, Samus's interaction with Quiet Robe X was all just a ploy by the X, which happened to align with Quiet Robe's goals as well. Like, to help Samus, like, neutralize her Metroid DNA. Because that was a problem Quiet Robe had when he was alive. And you could tell by his expression and body language. So, speed booster before Kraid. That's lovely. New Bayonetta 3 trailer. Hell yeah. I have to play the first two. Right. This is a thing I keep meaning to mention. Dairon's, like, defeated EMMI theme reminds me of a Halo Wars theme. That bit specifically. That always reminds me of a track in Halo Wars. God, I love the speed booster in this game. Oh, come off it! Oh, are we really doing that? That's okay. Alright. Oh, I have to do all that again now. Can I do it first try again? Ah, of course I didn't. That's sad. I did it first time though, which is more important. There we go. Yeah, I know that's like what they'll do to like change the rules, but I find that kind of lazy in terms of storytelling, because there's the added aspect of the audience is aware, and I don't think enough people like not take advantage of that, but it's like that is a side to consider. Right. Ooh. Oh, the stuff I've seen Torvus do on these parts. It's absurd. Oh, there's a bit here. God damn it. Can I do it first try again? That's the main part. Yes, I can. Oh, the speed boost could absolutely work in Prime. Like, they just need to do it like how Halo 5 does stuff. Like, it's fairly easy if you think about it. Just have a run animation, like, while in first person, and then for Shine Spark stuff, that's when you go third person. It is arguable, yeah. I personally find it's quite lazy. Because it's like, well, I know it does that, so why should it change? Right. Yeah, because there is a factor of the audience knows. So it's like if you change something that they're aware of, it may not always be the best idea. I was not confident though. This was to Ferenia, wasn't it? It is. I don't want to go there just yet. I want to get as much as I can. What do I need for early space jump? And then I need to go to Gavron. Oh, do I? I don't even remember. I've just done a run like this. I can't remember. I don't know why. Yeah, I love a Dread Speed Booster. I'm not too sure if you could do much more with the screw attack in Prime. They did just about as much as they could, to be honest. Because, like, how are you supposed to do that in first person? You really can't. That's why they went with third person. Maybe, like, improve it so that you can actually infinitely space jump, but maybe just get rid of the space jump aspect of the screw attack in Prime, and just keep it as a double jump. That could work. Oh, jeez. Let me get this. I'll save again. Yeah, I'm glad that, like, everyone's getting excited for Bayonetta 3. I do want to play the original Bayonetta and 2. I have it on the first one on Steam now, so I will want to play that. This part is so goddamn genius, like the fact that they have this path here. I can't begin to describe just how clever it is. Like, when I did a run like this before, I was just, like, floored with the fact that they'd thought of stuff like this. I knew I'd do it. God damn it. Got me again. where do I need to go? Well, I can get that upgrade. Well, those upgrades, actually. Now, be sure to not hit the thing. Kind of want to save again, just so I don't have to do that again. Yeah, Bayonetta's great. She's probably the best character to show, like, how to execute on a sexualized female character, because she uses it in her character. That's why I don't like Samus being, like, near enough a copy of Bayonetta, because Samus doesn't do that. And no, you don't need a character to do that to have a sexy design, but it's counterintuitive to who Samus is. She doesn't care about appearance, so why does she have the design of someone who does? All she cares about is keeping people safe. I thought there was something else. Oh no, I could go down here. Yeah, these won't damage me anymore. Okay. Oh, that's the point I'm making a video of mine. I want a melee and Prime 4 as well. Especially because, like, the 2D games have started to go that route now as well. It's also, like, a very traditional shooter mechanic, but I'd want it to be more to create room for you so you can get a good shot. Or to, like, stun the enemy so you can set up for a shot. Think of it like Left 4 Dead 2 or Halo, where you use it to stun the enemy to get a good shot off. Because that is a problem with Prime's combat loop, and that's a weird sentence to say. Like, I would like more combat in Prime, but if you're gonna do that, you need more options to make sure it flows better. It can't be too much, but it can't be too little either. Yeah, it's a kind of anglerfish look to it. But it's definitely, I think it's more of like a kraken. I never get that on the first try. Yeah, more ways to fight. I would like if the game does have a slight bit of more focus to it, like for Prime 4 now. I would like if there was like more action to it, but it cannot be at the expense of the exploration. And I don't think, because some people have said that is the case for Dread. I do not think it is. Like, look at this. It's intrinsically linked. You explore by doing combat. And by doing combat, you basically explore. It's beautiful. It would, like, and some people call Metroid Prime a first-person shooter. It's not. It would be like calling Super Metroid, I don't know, the side-scrolling shooter, basically. Or bullet hell or whatever. Because yeah, there is shooting in it, but that's not the primary thing you're playing the game for. You want to experience the world, and using those shooting mechanics, you are exploring the world. It's a beautiful marriage. And I'm going up this way on purpose because there's a hidden path around. Yeah, this was the thing that people were saying could be like the core of a Ridley boss fight. And at the time, I believed that because it's like, oh, that does look like Ridley. That's surely a thing. But no, we got Kraid instead, and that is just as good, if not better, because we haven't seen him in ages. Where was it? It was here. And that's a very prime-looking gate. Oh, would you look at that? Now, the ultimate question is... where would I get... I think early supers. I feel like I would have gone past that point now. Let me... Sweet. I do want this missile just to get it out of the way. Is it a missile or energy tank? No, it's not an energy tank. It's energy part. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. The way I play Metroid games isn't very efficient at all. Like, is it efficient to go back and forth this whole time? Probably not. But it's just what's in my mind at that very current moment, and so that is the way I will go. Oh, it is an energy tank, okay. This one is an absolute bitch to do. Oh, it's going to be even trickier now that that is Dread mode. Oh, have I saved? No, I haven't. Right, I'm going to save first. Because sod that. Because I know for a fact I would die. So this is what I mean. Like, I've kind of just wasted my time. So, like, in my head, I'm just like, oh, I'll just get this energy tank real quick. Not realizing that I'm playing Dread mode, and then I'd probably die and get super frustrated because I die because of my own stupidity. Let's get this going. Yeah, like, I like Corruption, don't get me wrong. Like, it's really good, but it's definitely not Echoes. Like, I would like... Oh, jeez. Oh, that's for the other missile. I would like options for melee combat, because a lot of the enemies in Prime, they like to get in your face. So I would like a way to ensure they don't. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, people still call Metro games Metroidvanias. But I just call it Metroid. Alright, thank you, Geo Dragon. Thank you for popping in. You've been here a little while, actually. Really, I think I will probably wrap up as well. I've been streaming for like about 4 hours now. Right, hang on. Oh, why am I doing that? Like, I didn't need to go that way. I need to... Oh no, I did just save. God damn it. I am okay, guys. God damn, why didn't I just get out of the morph port? Okay, I have saved now. I don't need to worry. But I will need to do that each time. I don't find the maps in Prime are that complicated, actually. Like, and I know they really should be, because they're 3D maps. But I find Dread's maps so much harder to read, and I don't know why. Okay. No, I want you to go back in that one. There we go. First try! Let's go! I almost never do that first try. Right, I'm gonna wait until you're down. There we go. Right, now I'm gonna take this really easy. Because I don't want to do that part again. I'm going to save immediately. Oh, jeez. That part is, like, probably one of the hardest early Shine Spark tricks to do. Oof, jeez. Yeah, it's weird, because I think Dread's map is far too detailed for its own good. Whereas Prime's map, it's just the outlines of the room, as opposed to every little inch. I should do a little video on Elysia and Skytown, because I have a lot of theories with that. I think I died an extra time. I don't think I've been keeping track. Right. So I have the speed booster. I could do... I want the scan pulse. But I want to get upgrades here first. There as well. I I need the space jump for screw attack. Need that as well. Right. Yeah, I will do lore videos on Elysian Skytown. It's just I haven't really had the chance to do much in general. Because I have, like, recently I had to recover from, like, being deaf, and I'd, what was the other thing I had? I pulled my neck. I can't remember what the other thing was. God damn, I can't remember what the other thing was. That's so weird. There was another thing I said in a video. I can't remember what it was. But I've also got, like, just a generally loud family. And it's... I'm not complaining. But, like, I don't want to have, like, kids screaming in the background of videos. Especially for, like, relatively highly edited lore videos. Where am I going? See, this is what I mean, like, Dread's map is quite hard for me to, like, read for some odd reason. And with Prime's map, it's not even so much, like, that I'm used to it. I still have to look at it. That's a weird boundary. Why am I back here? I've just gone in a circle. Right, where am I going? Oh, I need that one as well. Okay, so I just go up. Okay, I go around. I still have yet to fully learn Dread's map. Oh, screw attack in first person. No, thank you. I would like to keep my food in my stomach where it belongs. Of course, you could just have a visual effect on screen, but that's just not the same. Give it that, and then we go down. Oh, that doesn't kill anymore? I thought it did. Oh well. We will hit 30, I swear. Like, today. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh Jesus, that just imagining a GoPro on a seesaw is like making me nauseous. I want to save. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. Oh, there is a path, but I want to save now. Dread's bomb timings are weird. I don't know what it is. It's just peculiar. Okay. And I need to do that. Need to do the speed booster pit. Pit? The fuck? Cool. Well, I think Samus can do it because, well, first she's Samus, but second, she's the one in control of it. So she's like got the mental ability to like prepare herself and stuff like that. So it wouldn't affect her as much. In. Oof. I want this missile. Yeah, a lot of people say like, oh, how does like characters like Sonic not get nauseous when he goes into the ball? And it's like, well, he's doing it. He's preparing himself to do it. Like same with Samus. And it's a whole other thing of like, oh, how does Samus fit in the wolf ball? She doesn't. She turns into a ball of energy. Prime shows this. I might make a video on that as well. So I've talked about it a lot, but I haven't actually made a dedicated video to it. I think that is everything I can get for now. So, to remind where I need to go, I will put that there. And I may, if I don't die, call it here. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, so I think I might call it, because I've been going for 4 hours. My throat is starting to hurt. I rarely talk this much for this long. I've only had 2 cups of tea. I like my tea. I will keep this save file for when I'll pick it up again. Hopefully I'll do it on stream, because this has been really fun. I'd want to do this again. I just want an opportunity to do so, because this is like one of the few times I actually can, and it probably like today was the last day I possibly could, because like my family are coming back, and so I wouldn't be able to stream because it's noisy and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's been really great. Like, it's been over a year since I last streamed. Oh jeez, yeah, there it goes. Why is that hidden? Yeah, why was that message hidden? I don't get that. Okay, so YouTube will allow bots to spam the chat, but it won't let people asking genuine questions. That's weird. Oh, I didn't keep in mind what the questions were. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have some tea. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a little while, and there will be videos coming back. I recorded a couple yesterday, today. The Power Suit review videos, they're going to be coming back as well. I've done up to the Echo's Varia suit, my beloved. The video ends video. There's going to be more of that sort of video. I had a blast with that. So, again, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.